Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to It's Obvious Gaming. And Jacob, it's that time of the year again. It's E3, the time of the year
Indeed, it
we
is.
wait for very eagerly. Unfortunately, Garrett is not here. He's actually at E3 doing way cooler stuff than us just sitting across the internet talking about it. But we're still going to have fun, and we might be able to actually get him in here for the Bethesda press conference. But we're still
Oh,
waiting on
fantastic.
that. Yes, but please subscribe to the channel down below if you're new, because we're going to be putting out E3 videos preceding each and every conference. You're going to hear our thoughts about it, and we're just going to talk about all the cool stuff we see. But with that out of the way, Jacob, um, I think just in general, what did you think of the EA Play press conference or whatever they call it?
I thought it was pretty mediocre, if I'm being honest, Preston. I mean, there were a couple things that I got excited about, I guess. I mean, Battlefield 5 seems like a pretty cool title. They announced Battle Royale, you know, so
Yeah.
that's another player in the Battle Royale genre,
They
I guess you
announced
would
it
call it.
very, it was just like anticlimactic. Just
Yeah,
I was expecting when they went to the backdrop after they announced it for like at least a logo for it to come up or something, kind of like they did with or Call of Duty did with the blackout mode. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was just
Like
they
at least
just
they had like a little trailer or something. Battlefield just kind of
yeah
set it and they're like, oh, I don't, it's not coming at launch, but it's coming later, you know?
yeah. I think that was kind of set the mood for this entire conference
Yeah.
because including like the Star Wars reveal and stuff, it seems like the cool stuff they would talk about they didn't show anything of it. It was just all talk, like no
Yeah,
show or
it was
anything.
kind of odd because it just didn't seem like they had much to show this year.
Yeah,
Like even Battlefield, did they show gameplay for Battlefield?
they showed
Like,
a
did they?
small trailer on
Yeah, I
that
mean, I was
snow map.
driving, so forgive me. I
Yeah,
was kind of just
yeah.
looking at the
They
road and
showed off, and we'll just start going through everything that EA showed. They did start off with Battlefield 5. They announced the Battle Royale mode. They showed off a new destruction system, which I never played Battlefield 1. I played quite a bit of Battlefield 4, but I never like paid too much attention to the destruction system, so I don't know exactly how it's changed and everything. The only
I mean,
thing
I
you're
just
good.
watching the trailer and the videos they showed. I mean, it looks better than it ever has been. Like
Oh, okay.
there's a tank literally driving through a building and it's
And
falling
you
down as
couldn't
it would, you know,
you couldn't
as
do
if a
that
tank was. Yeah.
in any other
Oh,
battlefields.
Battlefield 4, you could.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm a very casual Battlefield fan, but this does
Same.
look
I mean,
cool.
I played one. I played the vignettes. I enjoyed those a lot.
Hmm.
Never been huge into the multiplayer, so
Gotcha. Well, they'll be showing one of the vignettes tomorrow at Microsoft's press conference, and the little bit they showed of it does look cool. I know they're trying to do more of some of the smaller stories of World War II, but I'm still holding out hope that we're gonna get a cool D-Day mission.
yeah,
It's like I've talked about endlessly in our podcast. I really want to see that done like justice in video game form.
yeah. I
Um,
feel like that's like they should do that. Like, why wouldn't they?
yeah, it makes
Be a
sense,
great
but like
vignette.
I said, they might think that it's been done before, and they
True.
really want to focus on those small stories that not a lot of people talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much all we got with Battlefield 5. Not really too much, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And they reiterated there's no Wait. Yeah, there's no
yeah.
microtransactions. Oh, is there? Like you can. I think there are, but you can just buy things, right? Like there's no
It,
loot boxes.
no, there's no loot boxes. There might be aesthetic things, but I don't think there
Okay.
are any like gameplay
Let's just say this:
advantages or
there's no
anything.
loot boxes and there's no season pass.
Yeah, no battle
So
pass. Yeah,
yeah.
so that's cool. Then we went to FIFA 19, World Cup
Yawn.
updates for the FIFA 18 pre-existing. There's a free trial right now for FIFA 18, so hop on that. Sorry, my phone's going crazy.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, but yeah, FIFA 19 just it looks like FIFA. We're not really too much into these sports games, so forgive us. We're the typical people that just like to shoot stuff in our games.
No one watches us to play sport or watch just talk about sports
Yeah,
games. So
exactly. But I'm sure it looks cool if you like FIFA and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing that actually did kind of make me hyped was Madden coming to PC. I think that's really cool.
Is
Um,
this the first time? Because I don't know.
I don't want to definitively say it's the first time, but none of the recent titles have been on PC.
Okay.
So
I didn't know
So
that.
that is
That's
cool.
fascinating.
Yeah. But speaking of, well, I guess I was gonna say speaking of EA, this is an EA press conference. They unveiled the EA subscription service, which looked like a EA's version of PlayStation Now, just being able to stream on multiple devices, TVs, phones,
Hmm.
and with that and the comment that Yves Gelmont, I believe, if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, from Ubisoft said that streaming looks like the future of games.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so that's interesting to hear his comments on that and seeing EA come out with their own service, like PlayStation Now.
yeah.
None of that stuff hypes me personally because my experience with PlayStation Now has not been positive. It's
No,
just
exactly.
pretty laggy, and I have really good internet too, so um, I'm just very lukewarm on that. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but Origin Access Premier was announced after that. It's essentially EA's version of Game Pass, which if you just buy their sports games like Madden and FIFA, and I'm sure NHL, well, just I think it's any new EA game will be accessible. I think even prior to launch day.
And
Then
they
it,
like to do that with like Battlefield and
yeah,
Battlefront and whatnot.
yeah.
It's like what they like releases in Wednesday or something, then it comes out Friday or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. But I mean,
Or is it a few days
if
early?
you're going to at least buy two EA games a year, it pretty much pays for yourself. Granted, because it is they didn't reveal this at the conference, but I did some research after. It's going to be $99.99 a year.
Wow.
So, like I said, if you know you're going to be buying Madden or FIFA and Battlefield or
Yeah.
Anthem, though it pretty much pays for itself if you just use the two, if you just at least play two of the games.
Yeah.
Granted,
So
you
let me
don't
ask you
own the
this:
games, but
is this like a monthly thing or is it just an upfront price? Do you know?
I would be surprised if they didn't do it monthly. I know Game Pass does. It's $9.99, I believe, a
Yeah.
month on Xbox, and I know the EA access they have right now is $4.99 or $5.99 a month. So I would be very surprised if they wouldn't allow you to do that. But
Okay.
$9.99 a year isn't too bad. Like I said, it pays for itself if you know you're at least going to be playing two EA games. So
Yeah.
that's cool. And if you can do it monthly, I really like that option with Game Pass where, for instance, when Sea of Thieves came out, if you just wanted to try it, you can just pay that $10 for the month or however it would be for EA's Premier Access, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty much a long demo that you can play. But
Mhm.
anyways, yeah, that was cool. Then this was my biggest kind of letdown of the entire conference.
Mhm.
We went to Vince Sampella on in the audience, and
Yeah.
he revealed the title of this new Star Wars game. Gave us a little bit of detail on what it is. You play as a Jedi. Well, it's called Jedi Fallen Order. You play as a Jedi. It takes place during between Episode 3 and 4. It's coming out holiday of 2019, and
By the way, I just gotta say that sounds like the time period that it's happening in and
mhm.
like what it's kind of about. That's really exciting to me.
Oh yeah, so everything sounds awesome. I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
very
It's
confused as
disappointing.
to why it was revealed that way. Like we couldn't even get like a title splash or something,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
coming out next holiday. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty close in like for games. We should
Uh-huh.
at least have seen something. So that was really weird to me.
Yeah.
And Vincent Zampella seemed high or something the whole time, like just his mannerisms and stuff. It was very funny, but
He was
yeah,
probably nervous.
that was a lame reveal, in my opinion. Cool thing,
Yeah,
lame
totally.
reveal. Yeah. Especially for a game as big as Star Wars. Like, maybe they should
Yeah.
have held off on it if that was going to be it and reveal it at,
I mean, I get why they
yeah.
did it, I guess. I mean, I don't know, maybe they felt like they didn't have enough stuff to talk about maybe and they're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, let's mention Star Wars just so our Star Wars fans don't feel like they're left in the dust or anything."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but especially with, after that, Battlefront 2 came up, and the only
Yeah.
thing they announced was the solo shit, and they're doing Clone Wars now.
Yeah.
And we didn't even see anything for that. I mean we saw the solo trailer, but that
Yeah.
came out before this. We didn't see any Clone Wars stuff. The only thing we saw was
Mm.
like a piece of concept art for General Grievous.
Yeah.
Then Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, Anakin Skywalker. And I don't know if this was a glitch or they literally didn't have anything, but even when they were announcing these characters, they still kept the picture
Yeah.
on General
Kept
Grievous.
Grievous.
Yeah, so we couldn't even see any art for the other characters.
Right. Yeah.
So that was like whatever. I know they've changed the progression system and all that stuff
Mhm.
is free updates, and I have Battlefront 2, so that stuff does sound
Same.
cool. So that is somewhat enticing for me to at least go back and try that. But yes, very lackluster in the Star Wars department this year for sure. So a little disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean Battlefront 2 did not perform nearly as well as they wanted it to, obviously, and they're trying their damnedest to try and save the game, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it's even worth it or possible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
know it's sold well. I don't know if it met their
yeah,
expectations, but it still
yeah,
did really well, sales wise. But I haven't looked up. Like, I am interested to see the like player retention rate, how many people are actually playing it right now, how many
yeah. I
people are
mean,
actually
they
excited about
said
this
that
stuff.
what was it, the Ewok event thing they
Yeah,
did?
yeah, yeah.
It was apparently really popular, so
Hmm.
I don't know what that means. I mean, they could
No,
just
I
be
saw. I follow PC Gamer on Twitter, and they tweeted out something a few days ago talking about how that's the best game mode, like hands down, in Battlefront 2. So I have seen that, and I've heard some people talk about how fun it is.
yeah, I've heard it
Um,
mentioned like rarely,
yeah.
like a couple months ago. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, yeah. So that's unfortunately all the Star Wars we got today. So who knows? I know it's probably not going to happen, but maybe that was just a like a plan of false information, and maybe at some other conference we'll get a trailer for the Respawn Star Wars game. I
I wouldn't count on
highly,
it.
I highly doubt it, but maybe we'll see something at the Star Wars celebration thing they do.
Yeah, when is that? Like May
I don't
every
know.
year?
I don't. I know it's at some
I
point.
think it's pretty safe to say we would see it then, though,
Yeah,
if not before.
yeah, for sure. After that, we got Unraveled 2, which was leaked a few hours before this press conference. I saw a
Oh, really?
screenshot of somebody playing it on PlayStation 4.
That's funny.
So yeah, I think the trophies went live yesterday or
Mm,
something as well. So it wasn't too much of a surprise, and it got shadow dropped. It is out right now, which
yeah,
is
that's pretty cool.
pretty cool. The game looked cool. I
I mean,
thought
it's like the first one, just it's co-op, right?
well, yeah, the mechanics looked interesting. Having the two Yarnies or whatever the other one's called, actually
Yeah.
attached to each other and how they can swing off one another. Like if they
Mm,
need to get across a pit, one can actually have the other one swing off of it, so there
yeah,
doesn't need to be a point to attach to. So that is
yeah,
pretty cool, and you can play it by yourself and switch back and forth between them. So because that was the one thing I was interested in, is if this was going to be like a way out, where it forces co-op to play it. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it
Yeah, I
looks
am grateful that it does kind of let you. Like, it was cool when he was running, as he was just carrying the other
yeah,
Yarny.
yeah, yeah.
So I appreciate that it does let you play alone.
No, for sure.
Because you can't really do that in a game like A Way Out, which was another EA. What is it? What was their system?
Original EA Originals.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
that's what's called.
another EA Originals game. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it looks fine. I was surprised. I don't really. I didn't play the first one, and I don't necessarily remember the trailers or anything. But graphically, it looked really, really good. Especially the environments. They look
yeah, I mean
beautiful.
the first one looked really good, but I think this one looks even better
Yeah,
because I played the first couple levels in the first one, but I quickly just lost interest in it. It wasn't really my kind of thing. Even though
yeah.
I do enjoy platformers from time to
Hmm.
time, it just
I
didn't
mean,
catch me.
it kind of, at least what we saw, it does look pretty generic for
Yeah,
platformer. I mean, I'm playing. I know you just played. I'm playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze right now, and it's almost like every
yeah,
level has a like
yeah, a
a
little quirk or something.
exactly just a slight variation in gameplay, and who knows? Granted, we haven't seen this entire thing, but based on what you said, playing from the first couple levels of Unraveled and what we saw here, it looks kind of just you're just jumping around and swinging from stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it, and
yeah,
I'll look at a review, but
yeah,
I don't really see me playing it,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Same here. Same here. But after that, we got Sea of Solitude, and I'm gonna be honest, Jacob. I had a kind of a hard time understanding the lady that was giving this presentation.
Yeah, right
Um,
when my feed cut out when I lost signal on my phone, I could barely understand what she was saying.
yeah.
So
So apparently the game's about being lonely and people turning into monsters in loneliness, and you're playing as a girl who's looks like she's turned into a monster. Um, I don't have really anything to say about it. It looks interesting. I like the art style, the cell shader cartoon nature of it. It looks interesting, and typically these EA original games are cool to some
yeah.
extent. So um, we'll see.
So did you see? They showed gameplay, correct?
No, they showed like a trailer at the end that
Okay.
was gameplay, but there was no like HUD or we didn't see actual gameplay.
So was it like top down? Because I
I
saw a
don't think
screenshot
so.
of the game and I like saw a boat and like it was on water and it was a top down view. I think
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't know. Based
Because
on the
like I said,
trailer
my
they showed,
feed
it
cut
didn't
out. So I
look
couldn't see this.
like it was. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have any means to talk about it. Uh, they what we saw, it didn't like show. It didn't really give me any vibes that it was top down. So then again, I could be wrong. But yeah, it looks whatever. Came out after that, Madden 19. Didn't really go into anything with Madden 19. Didn't talk about another single player mode or anything. But the
Oh, you're skipping the part where the football player came out
oh,
and
no, I was just
the
about to get on
FIFA
that.
esports guy, which was
Oh yeah, that was back with FIFA. Yeah, where they
I thought
talked
that
about
was right before Madden.
was it? That was
Yeah, I think so.
FIFA because it was the football club trophy, right?
Maybe I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was that was the first. That was when they were initially talking about
I
FIFA
could have
19.
sworn right after they walked off stage, Madden came on. I don't know.
They did talk about the champion of Madden this year or whatever,
Okay.
which I actually watched that game on ESPN where he won that. I know back on the
Oh yeah.
remember on the podcast I told you my family somehow ended up
Oh
watching Madden
yeah.
on TV. It was
Yeah yeah.
that game, so
Okay.
I saw him win that, so that was pretty cool. But super awkward. I don't understand why EA does this. It's
I
like
know.
I mean I guess they're this is the kind of dilemma in my head. Is like, do they even need to try and make a cool conference? Like, does is it
Yeah.
because I mean, I feel they're probably getting by like fine now. So is there
Oh
any
yeah.
drive to even make it better? Because it's just even going through this list again and just remembering that guy coming out, and then right after this they do the Command and Conquer Rivals, which is fine, but don't dedicate 40 minutes. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. Of the
Right.
conference, having a guy shoutcast a mobile game
It was bad.
that was so
It was by
bad,
far the
dude.
worst part of the
Yeah,
conference.
just awful. And again, it's just like, do you see the what you're going up against? Like Microsoft, literally every other publisher, has just a so much better conference than you. It's not even a comparison. So it's to the point now. I always like to think positively about things, and every year before EA, I always say to myself like, maybe they can do something cool. Maybe this year they'll like announce a skate game and get everybody hyped. Maybe they'll just pull something
That's
out of nowhere.
that's what the chat was spamming. Skate
Yeah,
4.
it's just like they don't. I just don't think they have any interest in making a cool press conference. I think it's just they've had so many back to back to back bad ones that I'm just gonna stop thinking
Oh yeah, I've
optimistically
lost hope.
about it. So I'm next year. I'm not even. I will get hyped on the Sunday where Bethesda and if Microsoft does it again on Sunday next year,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to be hyped for. Because I hate this false tease. So because I get so hyped um E3 to start, and then I get
Yeah.
this little lick with EA, and it's just blah to me. And I need a palate cleanser, but now I have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm just sitting here miserable now, watching all everybody, you know, IGN and all these other sites just go through this boring crap from EA. So it's just like
Yeah.
I wish they would either pushed it till tomorrow, or just I'm not gonna watch it anymore. But
I mean, I'm right there with you. It's not like I feel like I wasted an hour of my life because I
yeah.
could have just watched a video for Battlefield and uh Anthem and I would have been fine.
Yeah,
You know, I didn't
uncle
need any of
my
this.
uncle called me and to talk about uh, something, and I told him. Like, did you watch EA? And he didn't even know it was today. He thought it was tomorrow, and I
Yep.
was like, dude,
Don't even worry
don't
about it.
even worry about it, dude. You didn't. If I know you're interested in Anthem, check out the new trailer or whatever. That's all you need to worry about. But
Yep.
speaking of Anthem, they came out, did a little
This is
like
like their big
this is
thing,
their
Anthem.
big drop, and I don't even recommend watching this if you want to see more things about Anthem, because I think today Game Informer dropped their inside stuff on Anthem. They actually have
Exactly.
videos
Yeah.
on Anthem that are more in depth. I haven't watched one yet, but I saw a description on one talking about how in game's going to work, stuff like that. So I think it's probably smarter to just watch those videos than listen to
Yeah.
what was presented
I
here.
prefer to get the magazine in physical form and actually read it. So that's what I'm
Okay,
gonna do when that comes out.
yeah, for sure. But you know, with Anthem, it does look cool. I'm very interested in that game. I think the gameplay looks awesome. I just think flying around like Iron Man looks cool. I think the
Oh yeah.
four javelins look cool. It's like the uh, storm one looks cool, like
Yeah,
teleporting around
that's
and
what I would
stuff.
think that you would be most interested in because you liked
Yeah,
Warlock so
or
much in
yeah, I
testing.
like stuff like that. I also think the big Colossus one looks pretty cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty cool. I mean
Yeah,
I would not mind playing any of them right
and
now.
it's cool
To be
that
honest.
that is a gameplay mechanic, or as they said, that you can switch between them. You're not tied down to it like a class in Destiny or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I could be, well, based on listening to what they said it sounded like this was going to be more story based, and if you want to play it single player wise, that is going to definitely be possible. Like when you actually get back to the hub, it's going to be more single player based, going around in that area. And once you actually
Yeah.
get onto the wilderness and go and do the combat and stuff, that's when
Yeah.
it will be
I know
multiplayer.
this is nothing alike, but Monster Hunter, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Even though like you can't
No, I can
see
see
other
that.
players
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
Monster Hunter world unless
Uh
you're
huh.
grouped up.
No,
But
I can see that for sure. But yeah, I'm interested in the story. I know BioWare typically, gets characters right and stuff, and
mm,
hopefully they live up to their old pedigree in this
I
game.
mean they did
But
confirm no relationships,
yeah,
so
I saw
that's
that.
one thing.
Darn.
A little disappointed in that, but
Yeah,
you know,
I want to screw a massive alien thing, so
I
I'm
really
really
wanted to
bummed.
screw out Gorilla Man.
Yeah, that would have been so cool. I would have bought the collector's edition for that. But this game will have no loot boxes. The only microtransactions will be purely cosmetic only, no gameplay advantages. And we got a release date, which I was surprised. I did not think we were
Yeah.
going to get one. February 22nd, which is the
Hmm.
same day as Days Gone.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Preston? It's quite the
Uh,
dilemma.
I know.
Do you
I
think
know.
someone moves? Do you think Days Gone moves?
I would
I think
not
it
be
has.
surprised at all if Anthem moves.
Anthem.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I, Here's what I'm thinking,
I'll.
because
It depends on what else we see this week, and the more I
yeah,
watch of Game Informer, because based on what they showed us today, we saw a lot of early concept art. Everything
I
was
didn't.
saying early, early, early. We saw a
I
little
was gonna
bit of
say it
gameplay.
didn't seem like we saw very much of
Yeah, for
anything. There
this
was
game
just
to
too
be
much of
coming out
art.
fairly soon, I didn't see as much as I thought we'd see. Granted, E3's not over. I still haven't watched all this Game Informer stuff, so my opinion could completely change in the next couple of days. But what they showed
Yeah,
us here, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this game got delayed, especially with BioWare knowing that they have to nail this game.
yeah. I was just expecting much more from Anthem because last year Battlefront 2 was their main headliner, and they showed way too much,
Yeah,
quite frankly, of that. And this year we didn't get nearly enough of
yeah,
Anthem.
yeah.
So
Well, like I said, if you do crave more Anthem, there is the Game Informer, and
yeah,
I wouldn't
and stuff's gonna trickle out as the year
yeah,
goes on.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if they're back at Microsoft conference again, like they were last year, or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, from what we saw, it does look cool. So Jacob, that was pretty much it for the EA press conference. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rank it?
uh,
Or actually, let's do a letter grade.
okay. So like A being good, F
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give it
yeah.
a solid C.
A C.
Solid C.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a D plus, Jacob.
Oh God,
Yeah,
bad.
I didn't. I think this one was worse than last year's, and I thought last
I
year's was
agree.
pretty bad too.
I
So
didn't care about anything but Anthem, and that's
yeah,
the only reason it rose up a little
yeah,
bit.
no, exactly. So Yep, very much so. Looking forward to tomorrow with Bethesda and Microsoft. And if you are too, please let us know down in the comments below. Please tell us what you thought of EA's press conference, and be sure to subscribe to the channel down below to see to check in on our post conference discussions in a video form that we put up. So I guess we'll see y'all then. Bye.
See you, Preston.
Bye.